Hello everyone, I'm Lily, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're breaking down Rambo, First Blood Part 2, the 1985 action-packed sequel directed by George P. Cosmatos. Sylvester Stallone returns as the iconic John Rambo, and Richard Crenna reprises his role as Colonel Sam Trotman. This film is a sequel to the 1982 classic First Blood and continues the intense, gritty journey of a Vietnam War veteran grappling with his past and the challenges of a nation that has forgotten him. In the opening moments of the film, we find Rambo serving time in a labor camp, a stark reminder of the toll his previous actions have taken on his life. The movie immediately establishes a tone of isolation and disillusion.
If the mission's successful, there may be a presidential pardon.
Rambo is shown living in the shadows of a broken system that both punishes and exploits him. The setting shifts quickly from the confines of his cell to the bustling, tense atmosphere of a military facility where Colonel Trotman appears with a proposition. Trotman, representing the government, offers Rambo a chance at redemption, to return to Vietnam and document the existence of American prisoners of war in exchange for a presidential pardon. The narrative here is both heartbreaking and darkly ironic, as the man once hailed as a hero is now used as a pawn in a larger political game. I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of a decorated veteran being treated like a disposable asset. The opening sets the stage for a journey filled with both explosive action and poignant realizations about duty, sacrifice, and the scars left by war. As Rambo embarks on his mission, we are introduced to the film's central characters, each carrying their own burdens and agendas. Rambo himself is depicted as a complex figure, part warrior, part tortured soul, whose silent determination speaks volumes about his inner turmoil. Alongside him, Colonel Trotman emerges as a mentor figure, torn between duty to his country and genuine concern for the man he once trained. The supporting cast, including the skeptical yet determined government agents, add layers of bureaucracy and irony to the narrative. Every character feels grounded in a reality that is as harsh as it is unforgiving, and their interactions often bring moments of unexpected humor amid the tension. One scene in particular made me realize how absurd it is that a hero like Rambo is forced to navigate a maze of red tape and political doublespeak. This introduction of characters enriches the narrative by highlighting the contradictions inherent in a system that celebrates valor yet disregards its consequences. The relationships formed here set the tone for the high-stakes journey that unfolds in the hostile terrain of Vietnam. When Rambo accepts the mission, the movie propels us into the heart of Vietnam, where the lush yet dangerous landscape becomes a character in its own right. The transition from the cold, impersonal confines of an American labor camp to the humid, unpredictable jungles of Southeast Asia is both visually and emotionally jarring. I found it striking how the film uses the environment to mirror Rambo's internal state, a mix of raw, unfiltered power and deep-seated vulnerability. The narrative quickly introduces key elements: a covert operation under the guise of humanitarian work, the delicate balance between following orders and doing what feels inherently right, and the stark realization that the mission is as much about political optics as it is about saving lives. As Rambo parachutes into a land fraught with hidden dangers, the movie doesn't shy away from mixing explosive action with moments of introspection. The tension is palpable, and every rustle in the jungle seems to hint at the lurking threat of betrayal or ambush. This segment not only ramps up the adrenaline, but also invites viewers to reflect on the complexities of war and the often blurred line between duty and morality. One of the most memorable sequences in the film is when Rambo infiltrates a Vietnamese POW camp. This key scene is a masterclass in building tension through stealth, courage, and the relentless pursuit of justice. As Rambo moves through the camp, each step is laden with risk, and the silence is punctuated by the sounds of a place steeped in despair. I couldn't help but feel a mix of awe and sadness as the film juxtaposes the brutality of war with the hope of liberation. The clever use of guerrilla tactics, combined with moments of dark humor, such as Rambo's wry expressions in the face of absurd obstacles, adds a human touch to the high-octane narrative. Every movement and decision in this sequence seems meticulously choreographed to emphasize both the physical and emotional stakes involved. The attention to detail in this scene not only heightens the suspense, but also serves as a reminder of the real human cost of conflict. This infiltration becomes a turning point in the film, where the abstract idea of a mission transforms into a desperate bid for survival and dignity.
I'm coming to get you.
Rambo, having discovered evidence of American POWs, embarks on a daring plan to extract them from captivity. The scene is packed with a series of rapid-fire events that blend suspense, action, and unexpected humor, a testament to the film's unique tone. I laughed at the sheer audacity of some of the maneuvers, even as I felt the weight of the tragic circumstances that forced Rambo into such extreme measures. The meticulous planning quickly unravels into chaos when Betrayal rears its ugly head, as the extraction team proves unreliable. This moment, heavy with irony and disappointment, underscores the film's recurring theme of government indifference and the expendability of heroes. The sequence is both a thrilling action set piece and a profound commentary on the personal cost of serving a nation that often forgets its debt to those who fight its battles. It is in these moments that the movie truly reveals its character, a man caught between duty and disillusionment, forced to reconcile his own ideals with a flawed system. The final act of the movie brings all the narrative threads together, in a climax that is as emotionally charged as it is explosive. Rambo's journey reaches its peak as he confronts not only the enemy forces in the jungles of Vietnam, but also the betrayal by those he once trusted. In a series of heart-pounding confrontations, Rambo battles through overwhelming odds, using every ounce of his survival instincts and combat prowess. The ending is both cathartic and bittersweet. Rambo succeeds in his mission by rescuing the POWs and exposing the political deceit behind the operation. Yet he is left with the painful realization that true redemption remains elusive. The final scenes drive home the message that while the physical battles may be won, the emotional and moral scars of war persist long after the fighting stops. It made me reflect on how victory in war is often Pyrrhic, and that the real battle lies in healing the deep wounds inflicted by conflict. The conclusion leaves viewers with a lingering sense of melancholy and a call to question the cost of valor in a world driven by politics and power. At its core, Rambo: First Blood. Part 2 explores themes of redemption, betrayal, and the harsh realities of war. The film delves into the inner life of a man who, despite his incredible strength and resilience, is haunted by memories of conflict and loss. One of the most resonant themes is the idea of duty versus personal honor, where Rambo's actions consistently challenge the bureaucratic mandates imposed on him. The narrative also examines the disillusionment of veterans whose sacrifices are often repaid with neglect and political maneuvering. Through its raw, unfiltered portrayal of violence and survival, the movie forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the cost of freedom and the human toll of war. The deeper meaning in the film lies in its unflinching look at how personal redemption can be both a goal and an ongoing struggle. Every action Rambo takes is imbued with the weight of his past, making his journey one of not just physical survival, but also inner reconciliation. This layered approach invites viewers to ponder the real meaning of heroism beyond the surface of explosive action scenes. Another significant theme is the critique of governmental and institutional hypocrisy. The film paints a vivid picture of a system that exploits the very people it claims to protect. Rambo's mission is manipulated by political interests that value optics over human life. And this stark reality is both infuriating and thought-provoking. As the plot unfolds, the tension between the idealism of a soldier and the cold pragmatism of political power becomes increasingly evident. This juxtaposition forces us to consider how much is sacrificed in the name of national security and how little is done to honor the sacrifices made by those on the front lines. The emotional core of the film is its exploration of betrayal, not just by an uncaring government, but by the very institutions that promise support and redemption. The raw emotions that Rambo experiences, from anger to sorrow, serve as a powerful indictment of a system that devalues the human spirit. In essence, the movie challenges us to look beyond the surface of heroic action and question the true cost of serving a nation. The portrayal of war in this film goes beyond mere physical combat. It delves into the psychological scars that linger long after the battles have ended. Rambo is not just fighting enemy soldiers, but also an internal war against the memories and guilt of past conflicts. The movie uses moments of quiet reflection amid the chaos of combat to illustrate the profound isolation and alienation felt by those who have seen too much. The personal struggle of reconciling a desire for peace with the need to fight for what is right is a recurring motif throughout the narrative. It challenges viewers to acknowledge that the true enemy is not always visible, and that the wounds of war are often invisible yet deeply entrenched. This introspective look at the human condition is what elevates a simple action flick to a thoughtful commentary on the nature of violence and its aftermath. By blending intense action sequences with moments of reflective solitude, the film paints a comprehensive picture of the multifaceted costs of conflict. The deeper analysis reveals that the path to redemption is fraught with hardship, and sometimes the price of victory is a lingering sense of loss. Rambo: First Blood. Part 2 received a mixed yet impactful reception upon its release. Critics were divided over the film's overt patriotism and its unapologetic portrayal of military might, but there was no denying the raw energy and compelling action that Stallone brought to the role. Box office numbers quickly reflected the movie's popularity, as audiences flocked to theaters to witness a hero take on an impossible mission against overwhelming odds. Despite the controversy, the film carved out a significant niche in the action genre and became a touchstone for 1980s cinema. Its influence extended far beyond the confines of the screen, shaping the way sequels and action franchises were developed in subsequent years. The cultural impact of Rambo is still felt today, as his character has become synonymous with a rugged, no-nonsense approach to justice and survival. The film not only redefined the action hero archetype, but also sparked discussions about the treatment of veterans and the moral ambiguities of warfare. Its legacy is a blend of explosive entertainment and a critical reflection on the nature of heroism in a troubled world. The movie's portrayal of American military intervention and the political maneuvering behind it resonated with audiences during a turbulent time in history. While some praised its unfiltered depiction of combat and the raw intensity of Rambo's character, others criticized it for glorifying violence and oversimplifying complex geopolitical issues. Nevertheless, the film's box office success and lasting popularity speak volumes about its ability to capture the imagination of viewers. Over the years, Rambo has grown into a cultural icon, influencing not only sequels, but also a wide range of media that explore similar themes of conflict, resilience, and redemption. Its impact on pop culture is evident in countless references in films, television, and literature. The character of Rambo has transcended his origins to become a symbol of both the triumphs and tragedies of war. This legacy continues to inspire debates about the portrayal of violence in media and the responsibilities of those who serve in the name of national interest. Looking back, Rambo: First Blood Part 2 stands as a powerful, if controversial, piece of cinema that continues to spark discussion. The film managed to capture the spirit of the 1980s with its bold action sequences and unapologetic heroism, while also hinting at the deeper, often painful realities of war. Its success at the box office and lasting influence on pop culture highlight its significance in the evolution of action movies. Despite its flaws, the film remains an essential watch for anyone interested in the complexities of heroism and the cost of conflict. It has become a reference point for discussions about the portrayal of veterans and the interplay between politics and personal honor. The movie challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths about the nature of duty and the human price of violence. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its ability to blend thrilling action with thought-provoking themes, ensuring that it continues to resonate with audiences decades after its release. Reflecting on Rambo: First Blood Part 2, I find it to be a film that balances explosive action with a raw exploration of complex themes. While the movie delivers on adrenaline and memorable set pieces, it also offers a nuanced look at the personal cost of war and the moral dilemmas that come with serving a nation. Stallone's performance is both iconic and layered, capturing the essence of a hero who is as vulnerable as he is formidable. The film left me with a mix of exhilaration and contemplation, prompting me to think about the true meaning of redemption and the often unspoken scars borne by those who fight. Its blend of humor, intense action, and quiet moments of reflection creates a uniquely engaging experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. I encourage you to give this film another watch. whether it's your first time or a nostalgic revisit. There's always something new to notice in the details, from the intense action sequences to the subtle commentary on duty and sacrifice. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your perspectives on what makes Rambo such a lasting figure in action cinema. Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of the most iconic films of the 1980s. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.